There used to be a significant difference between computer games and console games. The top computer games only came to consoles after some years, usually in a degraded state, and the biggest console titles nearly never made it to computers. First, from old-school 4X Titan Age of Empires, Omni 4 to the varied tales of the storytelling RPG Wildermyth, 2021 witnessed a slew of fantastic PC exclusives. Hello guys, and welcome back to GEEK Gaming TV. Today, we'll be having a look at the top 10 PC games of 2021. Watch the video until the end as every important question will be answered. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to never miss out on one of our videos. And having said that, let's get started. Number 10, Hitman 3. It's like being put into a weird improv situation when you play Hitman 3. You're continuously altering components, objectives, and outfits, taking care to stay in character until your target is eliminated. Every level is a show, and each one is unique and entertaining. You play as Agent 47, a world-class executioner who, as a result of his profession, is surrounded by a thick cloud of tension and death around every corner. Each contract sends you to a variety of aesthetically stunning locales throughout the world, establishing flexible atmosphere boundaries while also encouraging you to test those. IO Interactive's Hitman 3 has a straightforward plot and overall idea, but because of ingenious prop humor and witty, well-written NPC, it proves to be one of the most hilarious games played in a minute. Hitman 3 has shown to be a well-constructed murder sandbox full of drama, fashion, and opportunity after spending a lot of time in its beautiful and tiny world. Number 9, Before Your Eyes. Before Your Eyes isn't a gimmick, so don't ignore it. Yes, it's the blinking game. You play it by blinking your eyelids before a webcam. But there's a lot of stuff going on here other than mechanical nonsense. It has a hint of Pixar's soul mixed with the everyday misery, and its focus on a newly deceased man's entry into the afterlife. The game looks right on the main character's rather ordinary life and the significant connections that affected it. And the story is generally well told enough to escape the shallow, maudlin sentimentality you might expect. The blinking adds more to the game's power than you may think, although you can certainly enjoy it with a mouse if you don't want to utilize your webcam. Before Your Eyes is a quiet, little game with a big emotional punch. Number 8, Death Loop. The loop is something that only counts at the end of a day. Death Loop lays everything out on the table, recreating the entire experience in a variety of ways in order to suffocate you. Fortunately for the game, it's a true marvel that works flawlessly. While I could nitpick Deathloop's flaws, I'd rather refer you to a game that's a delight to play, self-assured in its own right, boasts 2 fantastic black leads, looks fantastic, and rewards you with thinking outside of the box. While it doesn't feel like an advancement of the formula, it is virtually without a doubt Arcane's most feature-rich and sophisticated rendition of it. Death Loop is a lot of things, and the majority of them are fantastic. Number 7, Genesis Noir. Genesis Noir is a cosmological point-and-click mystery about life's meaning, death's tragedy, the universe's creation, and oh yes, jazz. Yes, it's terribly pretentious, yet it works in a way that draws you in rather than pushing you away. It has great ambitions and isn't hesitant to go all out to achieve them, with a deftness and foresight that renders even the most obscure decisions feel powerful. With such a noir-ish black and white color theme occasionally broken up by bursts of color, fantastic character designs, and an ambient jazz tune that complements it well, it's also the most aesthetic game of the year. It's one of the year's most gorgeous and captivating games. Number 6, Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil Village goes to tremendous measures to create a menacing environment with an unusual undercurrent of lightness, plenty of fear, just as there was in Resident Evil 7, but there's also a layer of goofiness that significantly cuts the tension. That's fantastic. From UFO in Silent Hill to stupid dialogue in Until Dawn, Resident Evil was always goofy. Horror games in particular are overflowing with cheese and weird circumstances, allowing the viewer to directly engage in the horror by managing the game's core victim results in some amusing moments, whether intentional or not. The humor of horror, which is based on tone inconsistencies and questionable decisions that no person would take, is an important element that isn't given enough credit. Number 5, Discover Elysium, the final cut. Disco Elysium reappeared last year in a new bundle that's strangely rated even higher with reviews, despite being just the number 3 PC games of 2019. This final cut edition of the critically acclaimed detective RPG includes complete voice acting for all of the game's characters and also new quests and music. This is now the definitive edition of one of the most notable games of the last decade. Number 4. IT Takes Two. The latest from A Way Out creator Hazelight Studios, released in March, is yet another two-player-only action-adventure. While the previous game had you and your spouse escaping out of prison, It Takes Two had you and your companion playing as fighting married couple stuck within the corpses of two of their child's handcrafted dolls. Clearing a series of exams, reversing the enchantment, and reconnecting with the little girl all require cooperation. The game's unique concept was hailed by critics. Number 3. Wildermyth. In Wildermyth, making decisions isn't about getting it right or incorrect. It's really about presenting the most interesting story possible. This is why no game has ever come close to emulating my tabletop RPG sessions with pals. It's more like newer devices like Powered by the Apocalypse games as well as Blades in the Dark, games that are meant for players to fail forward, instead of a system like Dungeons & Dragons, which allows modest varieties of failure and success in activities. Number 2. Death's Door. Death's Door implies something that the entertainment industry as a whole needs to comprehend. Nostalgia doesn't have to be self-serving or oppressive. It doesn't have to be the apex of a game's, or a film's, or a television show's ambition. It doesn't have to take up the entire cover and opening screen, or even the entire marketing campaign. Death's Door embodies the essence of some of the most loved games ever made, and it does so effectively that everyone who is familiar with those classics will no doubt recognize and like it. Number 1. Forza Horizon 5. By a long shot, Forza Horizon 5 is by far the most beautiful and dynamic game to ever be played on the Xbox Series X. However, the game's appeal isn't limited to its fundamentals. It's in the way the game honors, appreciates, and depicts Mexico. Whenever it comes to portraying Mexico in cinema, the United States prefers one thing and one thing only: brownish tones. Mexican depictions on screen in cinema and television, baked with browns and oranges, rob the nation of its beauty and condense it down to its most stereotyped features, often using it to showcase narcos. However, in Forza Horizon 5, the race's diversity is matched by Mexico's diversity. Mexico is more than just a desert, as seen by the game's 11 diverse biomes. It's evident that Forza Horizon 5 was made with a lot of love. It's available in the automobile selection. It's evident in the environment's design. It's included in the playlists. This game feeds on a love culture that pervades every aspect of gaming. Forza Horizon 5 is a handwritten letter to Mexicans in every aspect. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What was your favorite game on our list? Let us know in the comments section down below what you think about today's video. If you liked this video and found it informative, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any new future videos like these, then be sure to click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification under this video so that you're notified the next time we upload a new video. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you have a great day today, and we'll see you in the next video.